Sweet. Awesome. Welcome, you guys. First 2018. Woo! Somebody is still muted. I'm not sure. Derek, are you like making noise or what's happening? I don't know. Like I'm hearing a really weird noise. No, just Austin. Oh, it just stopped. Good. Okay. Sorry, you guys that are live. All right, first call of 2018. Welcome. It is our brand new team call night is Thursday. I did a poll in the team to make sure everybody would be able to make it on Thursdays. I know some of you voted Mondays, but Thursdays won. So I gotta go with what the team wanted. So that's what we're doing. So our new night is Thursdays from now on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is January 4th already. This year I know is going to be epic. So excited to hear from Austin and what his vision is, and where he thinks we'll be at the end of this year. And I hope everybody had an amazing Christmas, and I hope everybody's having an awesome New Year. Just a couple of quick announcements before we get started, because I know Austin has a call at 8:30, so we have to hurry up. If you are anywhere near Atlanta this weekend, please, we have an awesome event happening there in Atlanta with Austin and Nina. It's the top of the year social. It's going to be amazing. I wish I could make it, but I can't. It's going to be from 5:30 to 8:30. And if you guys, if you're anywhere near there, drag your friends, especially those people on the fence, because in-person events are going to bring people into this business better than anything out there, the phone, the internet, anything. So definitely, if you can get there, get there. And invite everybody to come with you that possibly can come. So one other thing, a lot of you guys have been asking about emails. I know your emails, you're like, oh my God, I'm not seeing any more emails, or I am not seeing as much emails as I used to with my organization growing. Well, your organization is still growing, but they changed it, the email system, to where you're only going to receive emails from the people that you sponsor and downward. So you're no longer going to receive emails from the people that are building above you. It's still happening, you guys. Your team is still growing. It's still, flourishing, but you're not going to get those, emails from the people above you anymore. It's just going to be who you sponsor, and their direct, if they're sponsoring people or they're bringing in customers, that type of thing. So that's the emails that you're going to see from now on. So just to clarify that real quick. And that's it. Derek, if you want to introduce Austin, go for it.
Sweet. You hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. So Sherry and I were talking about this week's call a little bit earlier in the week. Like what's our topic going to be? What are we going to talk about? And we could think of no better way to bring in the new year with our first call of the year to have Austin himself come on and just share with us his vision, what he thinks, where he sees direct sellers going over the course of this year and beyond. So I just figured I'd bring the guy right from the top, right to our team, and we'll hear it straight from him. Kick off the year right from Austin himself. And I mean, I'm introducing the guy that literally needs no introduction, but here it goes. I mean, he's the number one income earner here at Direct Sellers. Beyond that, he's been the number one income earner in 3 separate companies. So he's a coach and he's a trainer for the industry-wide from lots of companies. But obviously, his systems and his training regimen, it works, as evidenced by him being top income earner in 3 different companies. And more importantly, I know he likes to talk about how many people he's been able to help by virtue of that. So I know that's where his heart is. He's also proud of knowing that he was an outside sales consultant for many Fortune 500 companies. That's a great thing to have on your resume. He's very experienced in sales and marketing, and we're just so fortunate to have him as the very tip top of Wine Warriors and have him on this call tonight. So, Austin, you can take over, buddy, anytime you want.
Hey, thanks, Derek. I appreciate that, man. And, you say all those nice things about me, and it's crazy because as I listen to you introduce me and say these things about me, we're #1 income earner in 3 separate companies. I'm thinking back to how that happened. And whenever I got started, I really just picked up the phone and I started talking to folks. And Steve was like, I love that shirt, man. I love this shirt too. It's so cool because I wore this the first time and I got 2 people that asked me, how does it pay to know you? And so that's really cool. But so I think back to how I became the #1 earner in each company. And I just picked up the phone and I started calling people and casting the vision. And, just got busy with that. And then they say the speed of the leader is the speed of the team. And then, you just pour into your people and then work through your leaders to find your leaders. So it's just amazing. Life is just amazing. But I thank God every day for you and Sherry and everything that you guys have done as well. Such incredible leadership and very, very valued friends, for sure. So you want me to talk a little bit about my vision and what I predict, what I see for 2018, and it's really exciting. So we're going to be, as you guys know, we're launching Germany, Australia, and New Zealand in the first quarter, and I've heard even Mexico potentially in the first quarter. So just to be 100% transparent, we did not launch the UK. We rolled out the UK. We enabled the UK. We did not launch the UK. And I think they did that because they wanted to make sure that everything was going to work correctly. Because when you launch an international market and you have the currency conversions and they had a whole other comp plan and then all this stuff, different fulfillments and distribution, we kind of expected some stuff to go wrong. We really did. And it didn't, shockingly. Honestly, it surprised everybody in corporate and the leadership. We were just waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know what I'm saying? And it never did. We did amazingly, knock on wood. And so as we roll out these new countries, we're going to launch these countries. Me and some other leaders and the corporate team are going to go out a week or 2 before we allow people to sign up, and we're going to launch these countries the right way. So each country we roll out is going to be a new explosion of growth. And so you guys are in before that explosion. And if you can make contacts in these countries, we'll work with them. We'll help them launch their business while we're out there. And there can be a ginormous advantage for that. And I'll give you an example. I have a friend of mine that makes about $400,000 a month in another company, and he makes over $1 million a month between about 4 different companies. And the way that he builds is he'll launch a country for a company. That's really all he does, for the most part. And then he develops the leaders in there. You guys have the position to where you can help launch other countries, and you can use me and the other leaders' time, energy, and money. We're already going to spend our money to be out there. We're going to spend our time. We're going to do the presentations. We'll do one-on-ones, smaller groups, all that sort of thing. So just the fact that you are where you are when you're there, that alone is a huge strategic advantage. Now, here's the cool thing. We've already got the private jet program, which is pretty cool, but not everyone can use it. Like me, I'm in like the private jet dead zone. You know what I'm saying? Like I live in Lexington, Kentucky, and there's no shuttles, there's no nothing there. So I mean, I've still used it a couple of times, and I thought it was really cool. I got a chance to meet Hugh Jackman, and every time I've ever been on, a private jet, I was on there with CEOs and owners of other companies. So the connections you make, like I still keep in contact with one guy. He's one of the people that controls Anheuser-Busch. You know what I'm saying? Like a little company, you know, Bud Light, Coors, all that stuff. But so it's really cool that we have the ability to get in that circle, thanks to direct sellers. But they're rolling out a car bonus program too. So that's just one more thing that, you know, you guys can be driving around in brand new, you know, luxury vehicles that are paid for by someone else, in addition to the compensation plan, you know. So they're just pouring in and helping people live a higher quality lifestyle. And the cool thing is, whenever you roll up in a new car and stuff like that, people that know you are going to ask you, how'd you do that? And, you know, even strangers, like I get my car detailed every now and again by this guy, Marvin. And he brings his van out, and it's a mobile detailing service. And, you know, he's asked me, you know, his partners and assistants have asked me, you know, what is it that you do? And all this stuff. So, I mean, you know, it's just a conversation piece. So in addition to the car bonus program, they're rolling out the ambassador program. So you guys have the potential to earn unlimited depth in the unilevel, which we did the numbers. That you guys may not care right now, but for those of you guys that stick with it and stay in the activities and have that consistency, you believe in yourself and what you're doing, you keep doing it, you're going to reach that rank of ambassador and higher. And I mean, there's no other result than if you're consistent that you get to that level. There's no other possible outcome. So you do that, and we did the numbers, and they were looking at a couple different people's organizations. As soon as they roll over to activating the ambassador program and flushing that out into the system, there's going to be people that make an extra $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month immediately. That's pretty cool. I mean, just that amount is a full-time income, you know. So I mean, that's exciting stuff. To have a company that is doing all this extra stuff that they don't have to do because everyone's already happy with what they're doing, and they're just constantly innovating new ways to give back to the field. And I'll give you another example is, you know, we've been talking about the only real missing piece to direct sellers, in my opinion, is a wholesale to retail program or any type of real retail. And so we've discussed a lot of different possibilities. Let me tell you guys some of the things that we've talked about while I've become a product of the product. Product placement. So some of the things that we've talked about on a corporate level and amongst the leadership is high-end chocolates. I'm a huge fan of dark chocolate, and I think we've got fair profit margins when it comes to chocolate. So we could make some money on that and add volume to the comp plan. We've talked about gourmet cheeses. The only thing is there's not a lot of profit margin for that. And, you know, so we've talked about cigars, and there's an okay profit margin for that. And something that I was really wanting them to roll out by Christmas that I think we'll be able to roll out by next Christmas, you know, by this coming Christmas, that there's a huge profit margin on that I think we can make a lot of money on as far as a wholesale to retail and a retail sort of opportunity along with some sales volume. Something that's great profit margins is gift baskets. So, you know, these gift baskets could have everything we talked about. You know, they could have everything that goes with wine, you know, cheese, chocolates, crackers of all types. So, you know, it's funny because I was texting Kevin, our president, and I showed him one day because, you know, I think it was Joe Gonzalez, if I'm not mistaken. He was in a group chat, and he suggested that. And it was something we had spoke about, and I was like, man, exactly. Joe's got the right idea. So I took a screenshot of our conversation and I sent it to Kevin, and he sent me a picture back, not even 3 feet from his desk, was damn near the same exact gift basket that I sent him a picture of. You know what I'm saying? So it was just neat because he was like, yeah, we've already thought about that. That's on on the to-do list, So we asked them to open up the UK. They did it. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't easy. It was hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they did it. We asked them to go into Australia and New Zealand, and they're doing it, And then we asked them, some different stuff, and they're rolling that out. I asked them to roll out a recognition ring program, rings that show starting at $25,000. As soon as you make 25 grand with the company, you get a ring. 50,000, 100,000, $250,000, $500,000, and then for every million. And so I've been told that they're going to have that available at the launch in February. At not the launch, but the national conference. So I think that's awesome, because I've seen before when you have a ring that says $50,000 or whatever. People ask you, hey, what's that? And especially if it has like direct sellers wine club, $50,000, all this stuff. People ask you, you'll recruit people just from having a ring like that. So that's pretty cool. So my prediction and my vision and what I see, first of all, this team is growing every day. I will tell you, not that you care about my paycheck, I'm sure you don't, and I understand, is 4 weeks ago, I started really looking at the volume and the pay and where it was coming from. I don't look at that stuff because I don't care. I'm not an analytical personality, and stuff gets on my nerves. So I saw it, and then the next week it was more in all areas. The next week it was more in all areas. The paycheck itself was increasing every single week, and this previous week it was $300 more than the previous week. So that may not be a bunch, but it's increasing every single week. So we're growing on both sides, on our whole organization. We're growing. So whenever we launch each one of these new things, when we come out of our corporate convention next month, there will be an explosion of growth. There's going to be an explosion of growth every country that we launch. And then whenever summer hits, it's party time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a explosion of growth consistently. So I predict 2018 is going to be a huge, huge, jolt of momentum and growth for Direct Sellers Wine Club. And we are the fastest growing team, the largest team in the entire company. So my hat's off to you guys. Congratulations. And that's a fact. We are the fastest growing team. We are the largest team in Direct Sellers Wine Club. And it's because of everybody, people like Nancy and Caitlin and Steve and Sherry and Derek, all the amazing people at Wine Warriors. So my hat's off to you guys. We definitely thank you on a corporate level, and the field leadership. We're very grateful for you also. And thank you, Derek and Sherry, for inviting me on your Zoom to talk to everybody. And by the way, I'll close by saying this. If you guys ever need anything, you can always feel free to inbox me. I check my message requests every 5 minutes, so if there's ever anything you guys need, feel free to reach out. I know Derek and Sherry's got your back. I've got your back. We're ready to take 2018 and take it to a next level.
Love it. Well, thanks so much, man. I appreciate your time. Think of a better way to kick off this year than to have you, share your vision for the year. And loved it. So excited. We are in that right position to take advantage of all this growth, and it's exciting times. And now Austin has another phone call at 8:30. He does one every Thursday evening for those of you that are new or whatever. So it's an opportunity call that's open to everyone on this team. So, it's something that you want to promote, something that you want to invite to, and he's rushing off to go take care of that now.
Well,
but
so I do want to say this. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not doing the team MVP hangout tonight.
Oh.
I'm actually going to hang out with the kiddos because I've been like super busy the past few days. But I wanted to say this: you can just go to teammvphangout.com and drive people towards that. There's a 24-hour presentation going on
There you
there.
go.
But in 2017, we were nominated as one of the hottest companies in the profession.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we didn't have half the stuff we're about to have. So
Love it.
success leaves clues.
Love it.
Just
Thank you so much, man.
Just wait, you guys. We are literally just getting started.
Yep.
Right now, we have one product. We're gonna have so many more coming, and we can't wait. So awesome! Thank you so much, Austin. We love you. We appreciate you every single day. Everything you do for this team. We just cannot thank you enough. We're so grateful every single day that we chose you. So.
Yeah. All right. Any final words, Sherry? Or
I don't think so. I mean, Austin, you can feel free to go. We love you. I'm gonna just share with our team a little bit about our Wine Warriors 2018 vision real quick.
Okay.
I think Austin's gone, so I'm just gonna put this back on us. So, just to let you guys know, our vision, our team vision as far as Wine Warriors goes, and I don't care what team you're on. I know all of you guys are on either Joe and Tina's team or Trey's team or Priscilla's team or Jen O'Keefe's team, or I don't care what team you're on, but I'm just letting you know the Wine Warriors vision for 2018. We want to create at least 10 six-figure earners, 10 more six-figure earners on the team this year. So I don't know if you guys want to raise your hand. Who wants six figures this year? Raise your hand, because we want to create at least 10 more this year. We've already created 10. We've already created 10 six-figure earners, but we want 10 more. We want to create. We want to help at least 100 people hit 5 figures a month. So if that sounds good for you, raise your hand. That sounds good for you. 5 figures a month. Raise your hand. Okay, we want to help at least 1,000 people hit 4 figures a month. So, if your goal isn't to make a full-time income out of this, if you just want extra income for your family, to go on vacation, to do, go on vacation, give me some examples. Somebody help me out. What do you want to do? If you're making an extra $1,000 a month, what would that do for you and your family? You can type it in the chat box. You can unmute yourself and just tell me what $1,000 a month would do for you and your family. I don't care. I want to hear it. I want to know. I want to know how this would help you. Okay, Caitlin says, Dania says, pay off debt. Nancy says, travel. Caitlin says, I'd be able to get out of this crappy apartment with the horrible neighbors. Oh, I've so been there. So been there. Ash says, grocery shop, vacay. Yeah, how many of you want to go into the grocery store without worrying about how much you're going to freaking spend? How many of you want that? And that's what the extra $1,000 a month could do for you, for sure. Travel, pay off debt, own home, vacation, diapers every day. Yes. Oh my God, I love this, you guys. This, that's what it doesn't, we want to, create, 6-figure earners, $1 million earners, but just helping you guys make an extra $1,000 a month. I know how much stress that would relieve. I know how much that would help so many people. And we can help 1,000 people hit 4 figures a month. That's nothing. It's nothing. We can do that. You just need to want it. You need to be hungry. You need to come to us for help. You need to use our three-way calls, and you actually have to do the work. You have to invite. And by the way, like I said, I don't care what team you're on. If you're all on Wine Warriors, period. It doesn't matter who you are. You're on Wine Warriors. You're part of our team. So if you can't get a hold of Tina or Joe or Trey or, Priscilla or Jen or whoever you're sponsored by or underneath, we can still help you do, or Amanda Slisky, she's awesome too. We can still help you with three-way calls. Derek has a calendar that is basically, Derek, feel free to unmute yourself. It's like open like all day. Like literally there's like a 3-hour window to where he's not open because he's working out and, doing his thing with working out and stuff. But like it's literally like open all day, and there's like a couple of slots to where I mark off like if he's got a game with his daughter that he has to attend or whatever. But basically we are open to do these calls for you guys, like all day, because it's all we do. It's what we do. So like, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. I mean, follow the chain. If you can't get a hold of your upline or whatever, feel free to message us. We're here for you guys. That's what we're here for. So it doesn't matter. So this week's call was Austin's vision and our vision of 2018. Next week, I want to hear your vision. I want to hear what your visions are. So I don't care who shares their vision. I'm going to pick probably like 5 people to talk next week. If you guys want to share your vision for 2018, if you want to volunteer, I know it might be a little bit outside of people's comfort zones a little bit, but that's good, right? That's good. It's good to get out of your comfort zone and talk in front of a group of people. But if you want me to, if I don't get enough volunteers, I'm just going to message you. I'm going to message you and say, can you share your vision for 2018? I'm calling you out. So Steve shared it last night on trips. Oh, yes. I think he did do something like that last night. Sweet. Well, nice. Steve, hey, if you want to share next week, please feel free to jump on the Wine Warriors call. But
I'd love to share it next week. It was that was one of the best calls we actually did as like a smaller team.
Sweet. And
where a lot of people jumped on and shared their visions and what it was really it was like goosebumps on a lot of people's what we have for both of them. It's awesome.
Next week we'll have more time too. I know Austin had to go real quick. So I'll take an hour. I want to hear your vision. So please, if you guys want to share your vision for 2018, message me. I'll put you on the schedule so I can, introduce you guys next week. And, I've shared our vision for our team. So that's it. I think we're done for tonight, but please message me if you guys want to share your vision next week. Otherwise, I am literally going to message people and just ask them to share their vision. So hopefully we'll get enough volunteers. Otherwise you'll be sitting at your computer like, oh my God, is she going to message me? I'm scared, but hopefully not. How you grow is getting out of your comfort zones. That's what we need to do. So I can't wait for next week's call. I'm so excited because that's the type of stuff that literally, like Steve said, gives you goosebumps and makes you cry. It makes you cry to hear people's visions of where they're going this year. So awesome. It was an awesome call, you guys, and we'll see you next Thursday.
See you later.
Thanks for coming. Love you guys. Bye.